Hey everyone, hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Plan is to see if we can figure out this interior. That's a thought, but we all know what thought did. But we'll see how far it progresses. I'm doing that and I don't really need to. I can just place them against the wall. Oops, wrong place. It's a very tall room. Actually, may need to bring it in. Let's take it up and then we'll see how we do with the roof, because obviously if the roof has a surround on the edge of it, this is going to hit in the wrong position. Okay. I'm going to have to turn a corner or go through the wall. So I think I'm going to have to turn a corner. We may have to do it about halfway up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14. They're about the 7th stair. Would be about here-ish anyway. Give or take one. Have some half slabs, that's good. As long as I can make space on the hotbar. Wrong place. Don't need to be there either. Because I need one in there. Hang on, let's put this one in first, because I'm going to have to move it out. Theoretically, you wouldn't be there. But what I'm going to do with that gap yet, I don't know. And then we need to turn the corner. Puts it directly next to it, that's fine. Should use the other ones as the backing block. And come on. Don't want a torch. Torch isn't going to work. So it needs to come up at least 1 or 2 more. Don't think that's going to work too well, is it? Let's just get some tent blocks. May have to... Okay. If that went there, and there's a wall block here of whatever colour, it gives me a 1 block gap. I need to be at least 1 more block over. You need to disappear. At least I've got a block to place against, so it's not too bad. We want at least a double row. It may end up being bigger. I may bring it all the way back and make a little landing here. And maybe a tiny seating area or something in it. That might be a nice thing. So, let's get rid of you. You're further away than I thought you were going to be. That's okay. Just blocks. Hi Pat, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. Still working on things. Enjoying your break? Let's get rid of you. That's cool. Yeah, I've only started a couple of minutes ago. So, perfect timing. The other ones. Come on. I know it's easier to hit the number buttons, but I never seem to have got in the habit of hitting the number buttons. I always tend to use the scroll wheel instead of 1 to 9. Right, so it needs to come up at least 1 more block. There we go, and that gives me 2 blocks at the back, which is good. You doing okay? Oh, that's awesome. So that's the one we with the who Jimmy Watts. It's in the district. Hopefully, take a look at some point. Hi, Furry. Thank you for the meow. The games are fun. You need to hop there and spend more time looking around them. I'm not 100% sure about this backing, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll definitely have to pop round and take a look at it now that it's complete. Right. That gives us a staircase. I know it seems a little bit away from the wall, but we'll have to put some kind of support underneath it. So I want a bunch of you. Do I have any trapdoors on me? I do have a few trapdoors. Comes to that, we can make more. Wonder about jungle, or if it'd be too pale. Okay, I'm just going to go grab some jungle ones. Don't think I have any jungle wood just here, but pop a few bits away so I have a little bit of inventory space. That's the first one near the Who Jimmy What's It. Could use something to eat. I'm wondering about this colour trapdoor. A random wood. Oh, I have a whole bunch of dark oak trapdoors. We'll take those at the same time. Any others? Just normal spruce and acacia. Okay. That's fine. We have a few... You got so many game ideas, but creating them is not that easy in Minecraft. That's true. That's very true. Creating games in Minecraft is definitely a challenge. But having an idea at least is a good starting point. Because at least you can tweak it if you need to. And there seems to be more and more options coming into play on how to create games redstone wise, which is kind of nice to see extra bits being added. Okay. That's the axe. It's not bad. I'm just thinking I need to turn it the other way. Because then this little black bar looks like it's a stud or something holding it on into the stair. The redstone part you can fumble your way through, but the building part is hard. I guess it can be. It depends what you're going for too. Right. So this one. Means, here we go with the lighting again. Sort that out by having a block behind it. We'll put you in place because you're easy to break. I'm not sure having it full would work. Have I played CSI's games? You mean... I'm not sure, to be honest. I like puzzle games. I love logical puzzle games. I'm trying to figure out where things are and having to move blocks to get through something, to get to where I need to do to kind of solve the puzzle. Not that I see many of those. So, I'm going to need at least one more. But if you mean CSI, I guess CSI I'm thinking of is more of this TV kind of series. But I think I may be getting things mixed up. Yeah, no, it is what I was thinking then. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds cool. Yep, I definitely have to go. That would be a fun game. So I want that to be the top. This back in place, and then I kind of have to switch around the corner. But so just thinking, because I know a few seasons ago JP did Clue on the server. I helped decorate a few of the rooms for that. So did a few of the other players. It was a lot of fun doing that. So what they did, they kind of put a rough structure together and then put a call out. Yeah. And asked if some builders would mind doing some interiors, etc. And a whole bunch of people volunteered to help. Like I say, I did 3 rooms, I think. But a whole bunch of other people did a bunch of rooms too. And the interiors came out really well. Would you is why it might be worth... You can always do that and see if you can put a call out, because there's lots of people like to take a break from their build and do something else for a couple of days, and spending a couple of days doing an interior which you're not keen on. Hi Ali, thank you for the meow. It is much appreciated. May solve two birds, one stone. Just give them a theme kind of thing. If that makes sense. So that's not too bad. How's your day going, Ali? Right. This one would have to be the same. It'd have to be at the top. What I would recommend is, if you're doing a building, make sure you leave minimum of 3 blocks, preferably 4, for the walls between the rooms. Yes, you're working still? Well, hopefully the day won't be too much longer for you. Because it can be a struggle doing interiors if you don't have enough space. I'm saying that because of, like I said, I helped with some of the interiors on the Clue. And some of them I really struggled and had to get inventive with, because all the walls were just 1 block wide. Thankfully, we had a number of trapdoors that we could use and stuff like this to try and make it look okay. I think that, what season was that? That was season 4, I think, if I remember correctly. But it was a fun game. So yeah, it sounds like you've got a good idea. And like I say, building parts, you can always work with somebody on, because Zalby is amazing at that kind of stuff. To the top down, it's easier. Nope, that's one too high. Okay, and now I can put... I can't, can I? Okay, I'm going to have to move that block down and figure out lighting. It's just going to be in the way. I was thinking half slab height, but half slab height's going to cause a problem. But if I do... Oof. If I do full block, that's going to cause a problem too. Because I need to hide those lights. And I was thinking the trapdoors of one variant or another. Probably the same as what's kind of on the other side, either that or the dark oak. It is small this season. I know there was one of the newer players was on about. I think they has been helping out with trying to get things going more with the district. Not sure how far that went or how far it's got. Right, so is there a way I can finagle this? I may be bringing it up. Because the issue wasn't there, it was here. Can't have 2 blocks in one space. I think my biggest issue is the lighting more than anything else. So maybe I switch this to a stayer. Can I? No, I still can't do it because both blocks are... I was thinking it was just one block, but it isn't. Can I... could then do that, which would hide that little bit of a gap. Yeah, the shopping district is pretty big this season. I still get lost going around it and struggle finding things. Let's take these back out. I shouldn't have switched them. My mouse. Keep meaning to buy a new one. And at the time when I have time to actually bother looking for one, I forget I meant to do it. It's my own fault. I should write a post-it or something. And I can sort out some kind of seating thing here. Or table. I just need to do the same on this side. Then we'll take a look and see how it feels. I must admit, it was a case of I was looking to upgrade the graphics card, etc. on this machine. And they're not too bad for the cards because it's Minecraft. You don't need the newest one, which is cool. You don't have to pay silly money for it. I work in IT and I still can't believe what they try and get away with charging. Bless them. Not that it's that the one I have is pretty good anyway. That's the thing. I have a 1060. So like I say, it's several generations old at this point. And I can stream and play Minecraft without any problems. Do I want the same here? Probably. This can go here. Probably a good idea to put that there, but it's going to be a bit weird, it being a double drop. But it does need to be a double drop because of that. It would look really wrong otherwise. My other option obviously is to make these all 3 tall, but I don't really want to do that. So I think I may just end up living with it. You got the 2060 from your sister for the birthday? Yeah, 1060. 1060s aren't bad for because of it's Minecraft. If you know what I mean. And it still plays the other games pretty well. It's just that it's what machine is about pushing 4 or 5 years old now. So it is time to do a little bit of upgrading. But I won't go to the latest. There's no way I will. Because there's no need to. Right. Just trying to figure out if they're the right trapdoors. It's a shame we don't have a dark wood. By dark, I mean a black, grey, that kind of trapdoor. I know we have the dark brown from these, but it's really not the same thing. Right. I have 12 of you left. But that doesn't matter. Should be able to use a mixture of both of them. Exactly. That was my main reasoning into thinking about it. That's an awesome game. But like I say, I can play it on a 1060. And I do play the game on a 1060. It's on the lowest settings, but I can play it. And it plays without any issues. Right. So that's where the roof line would be. And I have 1 block. But I only have 1 block. So mine's only an i5. What does it say on this thing? i5 8400. They're in the top right of the screen. So yeah, that's what I have, and it plays fine. Admittedly, I have 24 gigs of RAM, but it plays without any issues. I think they've been busy bug fixing, etc. with the game. To make it be a bit more easier on the performance. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to play it at full spec, but I am not prepared to pay silly money for that kind of thing. I won't do it. Call me old-fashioned, etc., but I don't see the point in paying more money than I know the thing's worth. You know, I'm putting those in and I probably don't need to, but I'm just being careful because of the inside. But it is an expensive game. I only bought it because I got a bonus this month. Otherwise, I would have waited to see if a sale came along. Right, so you need... Oh, you're fine. I was thinking you were that was a staircase then for a second. The sad part is it comes out also on Switch, but only a lot later. True, it's a few months yet before it will hit the Switch, is my understanding. Just going to knock these out a second so I can take a look. Okay, so I don't mind the stripe. But it does need something else. But it's nice that the game's coming out on multiple platforms. So, how far up are you? Should be about there. It's going to be interesting for some of them. Should have got the blocks ready first. At least I can hide the lighting behind the full trapdoor. Then I must admit, I've always enjoyed the Harry Potter books, etc. since they first came out. I remember them being released and getting them as they released. Apart from the first one. Okay, let's see if we can get you. At least it's giving me a few of these back. It would, yes. Would definitely be nicer if they all came out at the same time. Yes, there's also a lot of work involved in making sure that it ports correctly to different versions. It can't be that easy to do that. because each platform has its own quirks, and then bug fixing that inevitably has to happen after release. There are a lot of people who are like that, which is where audiobooks come in. Which are a great thing. Right, so hi Churro, how are you doing? Good to see you. Just try not to get burnt. Oops. Yeah, I saw you logged out. But yeah, I do think it's really good that you can get audiobooks if you're not much of a reader. And like I say, the Harry Potter series was one of my favourites. Still is. You're doing all right, just popping in to lurk. You're working on the Minecraft bingo tournament. That's awesome. They always look fun every time I see them. So I hope you have a great one with us. And I appreciate the lurk. Let's see if we can get all this replaced and save some of the glass blocks. Doesn't look like it's getting that. Okay, I may do that at some point because they look like a lot of fun. Which is cool. It's always good to have fun. Right, let's see if we can get the next set without burning myself to death. Oops. Yeah. Go away, lava. You think it's your base? Something about a chunk. Ouch. That doesn't look good. What I really should do is just get rid of these two first. That way the flowing lava isn't just going to cause issues each time. Right, so the bingo nights are fun. So you're doing your first tournament through March? That's cool. Sounds like you're going to have a great time with that, but a lot of work getting everything prepped. You're going to cause me problems, aren't you? 2 blocks in. Can't have two in one place. Figure something out. Will's doing a lot of redstone for you. Yeah. Redstone is one of those things. I'm always impressed by people who can do redstone. I just kind of can figure out some of the basics, and then that's about as far as I get with it. If I need something complicated, I am glad there are tutorials. So I'm gonna have to switch you to the inside, which is fine. I'm just maybe have to live with a gap. Not something I enjoy having to live with, but may not have any choice because, yeah, two trapdoors aren't going to work, not in the same block. You try to figure it out yourself first, yeah. I keep trying that, but it depends. It really does. Thing is, it doesn't always make a lot of sense to me because it's not logical. I expect it to do a certain thing and it doesn't do it. Go grab some more trapdoors. I think paper may throw a few spanners in the work in that regard. So we've got almost another stack. Here's a case of, I think I've said before, I made a slime elevator I used. It was through a tutorial. I built it 10 times and I couldn't get it to work. But soon as it must have been something directional with it, because as soon as I built it, I had to build it twice, but that was because I did something. I think a creeper blew up in it, so I had to tear it down and rebuild it. But when I did it the opposite way, 180 degrees in the opposite direction, it worked without issue. But I could never, ever get it. And I tore the thing down 10 times and I could never get it to work in the opposite direction. So that's too far down for that one, so I wouldn't see it. It's kind of funny now, but it was very frustrating at the time. I had 2 weeks holiday and I had planned to do so much. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I was still working on the slime elevator and not getting it to work. Get Few. Oops, no, I didn't mean to pull up that one. I just meant to flip the flap. So that gets part of it done, but it's still not right. Get rid of you. There's too much space. And it's not like we have a detail block I can really sprinkle in. Theoretically, maybe polished diorite, but because it has a border, it wouldn't look right. A normal diorite, I'm not sure if that would work. Then again, I couldn't do it on that side because it would affect that room. I put them away, didn't I? Composters. I need the composters back. Go. Okay, and we need the same along here. Right. Or do I? Possibly not. Probably just to there. Because if I do it to maybe even one further back. Yeah. So that goes 2. There's only 2 there as well. So theoretically, you're not needed. Inventory's too full again. Yeah, exactly, Pat. I couldn't get it to work in that, I don't think. And not look quite right. Because if I sprinkle diorite into that in this room, I think it would just look wrong. It probably wouldn't look too bad in this corridor, but it would look really bad in that room. And I've missed a block. So this needs to be a doorway, and it's going to go into a kitchen. And that kitchen does not need to have a separate wall. It can be the whole length of it. So that needs to be the doorway, which means this and that are the wall. And they're tent blocks. It doesn't matter what they are at this point. Junk blocks, what have I got? Okay, we'll use some basalt. That way I don't have spare spaces for things to spawn. I'm going to rescue you because I'll probably end up needing you. Nope. We end up with the same problem here, don't we? You can pop down. Yep. Right, and I'm also going to have to change those blocks out. But I'll do those ones afterwards. I say that. Yep. Can reach around the sides. The lava looks good from the outside, but trying to get an interior done and remove the glass blocks, a bit problematic. Better work on that in a minute. Otherwise I'm going to struggle afterwards. How high up do I need to bring this wall? Rid of those tent blocks. That's definitely the floor block. Got. Heard something burning. I was afraid of that. Let's get those blocks switched out first. I can't leave them to be glass. If I leave them to be glass, it's going to cause me a major issue with burning everything down. Because a whole chunk of this place is wood. I didn't think composters could burn. I guess I was wrong. I figured because they were a workstation, they would be immune to it. But nope. It may be fine once it's a full block there, because so far these haven't caught fire. But the ones next to the glass did. So, yeah. Sorry, Ali. It doesn't look quite as intrusive, no. Okay, so what block were... I need to figure out what block I'm going to do for the ceiling and what block I'm going to do for the kitchen, because that wall needs to be put back to the correct block. Or at least a temp block that is a solid block. And I'm not going to do it the same as that. So there will be a block that hides there, which makes this even narrower. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to put this in for the minute. Don't think cable guy is actually a cable guy. He's an awesome guy, but he's not a cable guy. Mm-hmm. It's always Nita's fault, bless her. And that's why he gets all the flippity flaps flipped. Wrong block. Sorry, wait a second. Just need to... something. Yep. Hey, Zodi's on too. Didn't see Zodi log in. Zodi's awesome. I want to go up, not across. Let's get rid of you two. I guess I could always make this a storage room or something, but I was hoping it'd be a kitchen. I guess I'll just have to see what I can finagle. What? And we'll try those composters again and see if it makes a difference. or not. It does, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to figure something else out. Right, let's try again. We'll keep an eye out for the hiss of things burning. That really wouldn't be good. Okay, so I need to flip those flaps. Do like that you can walk on just the edge of the trap door. Okay. I'm going to bring this wall up. I may end up pinching a couple of these blocks back afterwards. Ones. Right. We have some of you. Yeah, because it's the next block up that needs to be the ceiling. Yeah, so there's a couple of blocks there I can remove. Can I duck under? I can. Ah, there was just enough for that area. Right, so I need to put the ceiling in. Which is probably going to be the same colour. It'd make more sense. Not the white. It's the grey. Nope, I don't want cyan. I just want grey. Seeing as I don't want spacers. To figure out what I'm going to do with that, aren't I? So you need to go to there. You would come back over here. Okay, and you need to come across at some point, but not too close. So I can still walk down. No, that's too close. We need at least one more block space. Yeah. Can kind of sneak back here. The rest of these gaps can be filled up with netherrack, etc. Okay, you're going to make me climb up. Okay, so more of those. How many more do I have on me? 14, that's not going to be anywhere near enough. You away. You can go away, you can go away. Okay, let's go grab some deep slate. Wrong way. I need to make the... That made me jump. Oh. Pendle, what do you like? I don't know yet. I think my issue is going to be mainly blackstone rather than deep slate at this point. There are several places I can pick up deep slate, even for free, because people are giving it away. Blackstone, on the other hand, because if I go back down here a second, you remember the lantern build I did in the Christmas district? Right, so from here to that end, to that in a square all the way around, that pattern, that same pattern is going to be used to support the castle. And then in the middle, on this side, where it goes out towards the next island, I'm going to put some of the same pattern archways. So, and from here to there is approximately 100 blocks. Or is it 70 blocks? I forget which. I'd have to double check the count. But that's the plan. So the pattern I kind of used for there is going to be reused down there in the black stone and the nether brick. The black stone brick and the nether brick. The deep slate brick, sorry. Some of it cracked and some of it just the regular. But to do that means I'm going to need a Titancraft ton of black stones. So I've been spending some time in the nether digging it out, and it doesn't take long, which is very fortunate. I know you can trade for it because I do that in single player, but to make a farm that would give me that much would be problematic. It is what it is. If I want the build to do what I want it to do, then I have to put the work in. Right, so I need to get rid of you two. You're too high, aren't you? Yep, you're a block too high. I need to bring you down. Which means you really need to be down here, not up there. Oh, that's a plan at this point in time. Obviously, plans can change. It's all good. You keep what you need, Ali. I'm not stressing about it. I'm really not, because it's not hard to get. It's just a case of digging it up. Done that to match that side. I really do need it to match this side, but I think I'm going to be too close. I may have to bring that out another block or two. We'll soon find out. Like I said, I got it does, and especially at the moment because people have just been blasting for the netherite, and there's tons of it exposed all over the place. It took me about 30 minutes to get 3 or 4 shulkers worth at the weekend. It won't take long. It really won't. So like I say, I am really not worried about it. That's not right. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Pat, I am in the public trading hall. If you know where the public trading hall is. It is East Tunnel. Just look for the cherry blossom trees. It can do, Ali. It doesn't take long for it to begin to become interesting looking. Are you still in chat, Pat? Oh, not sure if Pat's in. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So it's down the east tunnel. 660, I think. Right. You might as well go away for a minute. I'm going to have to figure that out anyway, so it may as well stay as it is. Because it'll all depend on how this upstairs area looks. So I guess there's no point about being too picky about it at the moment. Because it will change. Right, so the portal to enter is, if you face the giant villager, it is the one on the left that isn't marked up with anything. It's the one on the left nearest the villager. If you go through it, you will see a whole bunch of villagers. Some of them I need to switch in to replace what's currently in the hall because they have a lot better trades. But I haven't really worried because it's late in the season and there's emeralds galore. That's cool. If you want to just, once you've come through that portal, on the left hand side over the water a little bit is my storage build. You just want to stick them by the door there. That's awesome. And if you need the shulkers back, go through the door, turn left, and the last row of chests on the left has double chests full of ready-made shulkers. Just grab replacements. Right. That hasn't caught fire yet. I think that solid block rather than the glass block seems to be making a big difference so far. Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. You do know that, right? Trying to decide if we need another floor, another pattern in the walls. And if we do, what I would do with it. Nah. Begins looking too busy. I may just have to pop some paintings, etc. in the place. I do need to fix you. Because you're not going to work. I deny it. And I'll deny it to my last breath, Pat. I am just me. Nothing special. Just me. Right, so I want some doors. And we were going... Right, so I put those doors there, but they need to move. Those doors cannot live there. Because this planking should not be being seen. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let's fix you. Let's see what I have got. I have a stripped one. That will do. We'll see if we can stick a stripped log just there. Kind of hide it. And seeing as I've used those doors, it's probably a good idea to use the same doors. The Pendleway's a hiking trail. I'm teasing. Pendleway used to be a bus service. Because of the Pendle Hills. Or Pendle Hill, I should say. Hills sounds like pure more than one, but there isn't. Place I used to love to hike. Hence the name. I think I used to love going stargazing on Pendle. Right, so you're fine there. You can go there. I don't particularly like it being so tall and nothing at all there. But I can't really do much because of the way trapdoors work. So we need these need to change to these ones. Continue the walkway. Okay, and I guess I need another one of those. And then I'm going to get rid of this because this is going to end up being another larger room rather than two smaller rooms because the size just won't allow. Which is a weird thing to say considering the size of the build. It's too small. One of these days I'm going to learn how to build in tiny spaces. But then one of these days I would like to be an all-round Minecrafter and know how to do redstone properly too. Yep. By the entrance is fantastic, Pat. Thank you very, very much. I will bring them up to where I need them up here when I start building, probably this weekend, because I'll have more time. I need to relay it all out, because don't ask me how I did it, but I laid out the pattern wrong. It was 180 degrees in the wrong direction. I know what you mean there, Puri. But it's slowly over time, things are improving. I need to figure out some decoration for this thing at some point too. Okay, let's see if we can at least figure out, because I was going to do a library, wasn't I? Which is why I didn't want the room to be too big. But it's going to have to be bigger than I had planned it to be. Which is fine. We'll just work with what we've got. Right. So I have a bunch of you. I do have some coloured terracottas. So I have the blue and I have the cyan. I want a bookshelf. Just going to go grab some bookcases. Don't think I have any here because I need to see the colours next to each other. Hang on, I don't need to go there. And just do it from here. After all, I have some librarians. Don't have a bookcase. Let's just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, that'll do for now. Right, so have a green. I don't like the purple. terracotta because it looks more pink to me than anything else. I don't think the cyan's going to work. I do like the cyan. It's a really nice grey, but it's not the colour I actually need at the moment. I don't think. I think I'm going to end up going with the blue. It is, yeah. They are so easy to trade for. Apologies for the coughing. And especially once you've converted them. Because 4 emeralds, if you can get access to a raid farm for the emeralds, what can you say? I need some blue dye. Thanks for the blackstone. Right, so dyes. Cyan, cyan, cyan. Here we go. Lapis. Yeah. Not sure what's in this one. Pale blue. That's okay. It's worth a quick look. If I need more, I'll go speak to the clerics in the cleric trading hall. Yep, your good deed is much appreciated. So let's just take a couple of you. Go. Gives me a whole bunch more. And you can go there as well. I'm going to fill the room with this, but I'm thinking because of the way the bookcases, etc., will need to go in, I'm going to have to tear out chunks of it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Saves me cooking it. I need some netherrack. Need to fill some holes in. Go. You can go away as well. Not quite sure how the design's going to work for the room. But we'll figure it out. Well, it's not because of Etho. It's more a case of if eventually the villagers are coming up here, I want as few spawnable spaces as possible for raids. Is the way I'm looking at it. No cutting corners. But yeah. If I wasn't cutting corners, I wouldn't be using netherrack in the corners of the blocks. Okay, so you need to go away. Well, you're going to cause me problems. Okay. Here goes nothing. I usually like to make rooms different, walls in rooms. There to be at least one feature wall, I guess you'd call it, of a different colour. But yeah, usually I would just place torches. But my concern is if a raid is triggered and a ravager or something spawns in one of the corners and then pops into the room. Not that it'll stop it spawning anyway, if you know what I mean. Oh. Set yourself on fire, Pendle. That's always a good thing. Not. Obviously, I can't theoretically stop everything. But I'm just trying to minimise the number of availabilities for them. But then they only need the one block. Yep. It's amazing how frequently I end up getting burnt with the lava. Especially when I'm in the nether. Which is why I always take the noob juice with me. And I do like the fact that golden carrots make such a difference. With the healing. So you need to be here. I'll go back and work on that in a second. Right, let's see if we can deal with this without getting burnt again. Probably not. It may not be too bad. There's theoretically only one block that was still source block. Right. Still with you. I'm glad it takes a long time for scaffolding to burn. Oops, wrong place. I say that and then take the scaffolding down while there's still lava below me. You would already be crispy? Yeah. Hey. I get crispy a lot. But I must admit, I don't worry about it as much now that we have villagers the way they are, because getting gear to re-gear is so much easier. It used to be a case of, prior to the villager update, I would worry about the dying and losing the gear. For the simple reason, the only way to make it the gear was pretty much to have the diamonds so in some ways it's a good thing, but in other ways it's taken a little bit of the challenge out of it. Because I don't worry about it as much as I used to. Because if I died and lost my gear, I'd end up having to either go mining for diamonds, or as each season Grifter has the log exchange. So I'd go chop down a whole bunch of logs and go find out what he needed, chop down a whole bunch of stacks of logs and trade that for the diamonds to make my gear. which could be frustrating in itself. But it was, at least I didn't have to deal with the mobs. Putting these in, but I'm probably going to end up taking a bunch of them out. Okay. Let's go again. Let's reach the angle. Yeah. Ew. Guess I probably better put a torch or two down. Same here, otherwise I'm going to have a creeper fall on my head. So better be safe. Right. That's good. So, how many of you are there? Oops. Yeah. Reach. Just. I think there's a space there, isn't there? Right, so this is one taller than the other. Not a big deal. It's amazing how much of a block you use. Okay. Need to make a few more and fill bits in. Stick some torches around, make it a little bit lighter. I'm still not sure about having all four walls the same colour. I may end up bringing in an accent colour. Let's make up the ones I've got in my inventory first. Pretty sure I'm going to have to make more. Yep. If that isn't enough, I will cut the corners and put other blocks in its place. Hopefully you're on your home from work now, Ali, rather than still stuck there. But if not, hopefully the day's over soon for you. We will see. I think I'm going to have to cut some corners. Say hi to Grifter. Let's see. I think I'm going to be a couple short, aren't I? Yep, just a couple. Trying to think which corner I can take them from without burning to a crisp. I lost them. That makes things worse, not better. Oh well. I think there's a corner there I should be able to take them from. It won't fill it all in, but at least it'll come part of the way. In fact, there's probably going to be an alcove in around here. But theoretically, this top row doesn't need to be here. It can be something else, which would give me just enough for some of it and ignore the other bits. And I'm going to get a bunch of it back anyway. Yep, Grifter's just logged in. Right, so it's just hit 7 o'clock. I was going to start on the floor, but it is time to go and eat. And we will continue working on this room next stream. Let's see who's streaming, who I have on my list. Mrs. Tango's streaming. She's streaming the 2 Point Campus. So we will send a raid Mrs. Tango's way. You guys have a great rest of your week. Hopefully I will see those of you who can make it on Friday. If not, I'll see you when next you can. Have a great day and take care of yourselves, okay? Bye everyone.